Got it. Welcome to episode. Yeah, you can turn this way. That's fine. How's that? Episode 22.
22.
Yeah.
Kiminyan
Kiminyan
Chavbeis.
What's that? No. Bach
Yeah.
Rabbeinu. Bach. Bach is Chavbeis.
No way.
Bach Rabbeinu.
Rabbeinu nismecha.
Bach Rabbeinu Nagila nismecha. Rabbeinu nismecha. Now we have a special. What's funny? What's 22?
You didn't wait it for me. I only now noticing you didn't wait for me to hang it. You hung it. Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Smashed it on. It worked. I don't know. I didn't use. He's supposed to do an alcohol. Too much.
Let's see. Let's see if they ever can all this
He's gonna have to hold himself up because what I did isn't holding him up. So. Okay, where are we holding? We're in Nun Vav. We got to Hey. So what have we been talking about so far? We're talking about the Malchus, right? The kingship.
Yeah.
That the person is a ruler. First of all, over himself, and then
let's start from a real concentrate symptom of a shortcut. The main point we're talking here is about that the Eibishter is hiding from us, and it's up to us to find them. And once we find them, he's not hidden anymore.
Right. Turns out he was never hidden in the first place. Yeah,
it's kind of taking away the illusion of the hidden.
Turns out it was us who was doing this.
Yes. Because our Averis.
And basically, how does this all happen? By learning Torah.
Yeah.
When you learn Torah, you understand. You learn to move your hands from.
Now, if you really want to know how we got all of that through and through, there is 4 episodes about this. 4 or 5 episodes already happening. Right. So this is the basic.
And then one of the key things is is one of the points of this is not just, first of all, to remove the hiddenness for yourself, but then also each one of us, there's a tzaddik who has a huge influence, even people who don't know him and even he doesn't know who they are, who has an influence over all the souls in the world. And then but let's say we have an influence over ourselves or over our family, and influence our friends, our community, and by learning Torah, we learn to use this influence properly.
So basically, once you recognize that even in the darkest places that you are in, God is with you there. Yeah. Just by recognizing it in your head, it's already the darkness fades away.
Yeah.
It fades away because you bring the light in. You're actually polishing the glass that the light is in the center of it. So once you're polishing it away, the darkness fades away.
Yeah.
Right? By recognizing the light is there, the darkness
it's very interesting
fades away.
Because I just saw something like this that said that like Moshe Rabbeinu saw through a clear looking glass, right? Then you had Avram Yitzchak Yaakov. They could see they had a dark looking glass. Mm-hmm. And then the later prophets, they only saw the glass. They didn't see what was through the glass, right? Because the Eibishter through the glass, but they saw like the world of the angels and all these things. They saw a mashal,
So until now, we're talking about the Malchus de Kedusha, and now we're passing through to the other side. וכנגד מלכות דקדושה יש מלכות הרשעה. היינו מלכות המן עמלק. So until now we spoke about the Malchus of Kedusha, how to elevate everything to the Malchus of Kedusha. Right. Now
using the kingdom,
we're going to see what he's talking about Malchus of Kedusha. And he says every time that you have goodness, you have an opposite side of badness to it. Okay? היינו מלכות המן עמלק, the kingdom of Aman Amalek. כמו שכתוב ראשית גויים עמלק. The Reshis is the Rosh of the Goyim. Is Amalek. Basically, the Rosh is usually the king, the head of the state, the ruler. Right? Is Amalek. וזה לעומת זה. And this is shackle. It's waged on against each other.
Well, interestingly, what's the Jews called also? Also racist, right? The racist are looking for the Jews doing mitzvahs. He made the world.
But I'm not gonna. It's the $11 alpha $11, obviously. and I'm not going to say which one is the better one, because I'm not getting into actual opinions of politics here.
We're not judgmental.
Judgmental,
No
judgmental. But I'm not getting into politics. Actually, I'm going to talk about politics, but I'm not going to give my opinion.
You mean of who in the world is this racist?
Yeah.
You're saying.
So in the American politics, there is almost a balance of the Democrats and the Republicans. There is 4 years there, 4 years there. So it's almost like they connect chocolate. And in my opinion, one is better than the other. I'm not going to say who is who. This is up to you, because I'm not going to talk.
I'm not getting into politics.
I'm not getting into opinions of politics. So
see, I always thought that they were both a mullik.
No, but this is why I said
each one has a certain element of a mullik.
Obviously.
And each one has a certain
but
element.
I'm saying,
I'm
talking about that point to explain the point of goodness against badness. Obviously, they're both sucking from a mullik, and they're both bad in the general, but which one is the better bad, and which one is the better bad? The bad bad. The better bad. The better bad. The better bad and the better bad.
Hey, better.
You got it, huh? Anyway, so okay, let's not talk about politics.
Okay, moving on.
But he's so okay.
He's so bad.
אוקיי, וזה לעומת זה, כי מלכות הקדושה הוא בחינת מאסף לכל המחנות. So זה לעומת זה. So I think it's not, this is shakal, like this is waged out against that. And you have זה לעומת זה, you know, you have the this way, and you have this way, right? It's not like that it's like way the same. This is Reshit L'Kol HaGoyim, is the going ahead of all the goyim.
Right.
But the Malchus of the Kedusha is Me'asef L'Kol HaMachnos.
He's right. He gathers
all the people.
Camps. So
you know, like you have the guy who is leading, you know, when you're walking on the trail in camp. You have the guy who shows you where to go. And then you have the guy who's walking last, making sure everybody is with us, everybody who is coming, you know. Come on, Maishi.
Let's go.
You're falling behind. You need a water.
No.
So I think that from the Lashon here, כמו שכתוב, ראשיס גויים המולק, right? The Amalek is the ראשיס of the goyim.
Right.
וזה לעומת זה, כי מלכות הקדושה הוא בחינת מאסף לכל המחנות. כמו שכתוב, סוף דבר הכל נשמע, את האלקים ירא. At the end, the end of the passage,
that's the
bottom line.
The umas means on the opposite extreme. So if the head is here, so the maasif is here. Yeah.
So the leumas, but leumas could be also like זה לעומת זה. זה לעומת זה. This, it gives you like the.
But it's opposing. Meaning, however far this one is lumat means like, it's you know this it's what do you call it? Jet theory. How jet propulsion works, right? That however much force is going this way is how much force has to go that way.
But I think that לעומת is זה לעומת זה יאמרו. So it's like
they which is interesting because
wait,
in that case they're l'umat, it's not an opposing.
So I think this is why I'm saying l'umat is like having a list, like you know, like you want to buy couches, so you're making this couch l'umat this couch. So what's the benefits of this couch? What's the benefit of this couch? It's like a list of pros and cons. So it could be like, okay, they're both very good.
Like a comparison, basically.
A comparison. So when you're comparing each other, it's like this is going ahead and this is going bad, and it could be like sometimes can both go ahead.
Right.
This is why, like,
and it doesn't. The interesting thing is it doesn't necessitate any opposition.
Yes,
it's a balance.
It's a balance thing. זה בחינת מלכות, כמו שכתוב, למול מורו של מלכוס. So basically, סוף דבר הכל נשמע. את האלוקים ירא. So the word ירא, it's basically, it says, it's indicating on Malchus, because without the fear, אלוקים ירא is fear of God, right? And without the fear of Malchus, היינו שמלכוס לקדושה היא בחינת סוף דבר, בחינס מאסף לכל המחנוס הקדושה, בחינס מחנדון שהוא מאסף לכל המחנוס, כי דין דמלכוס דין דון. Right?
Right, that's done comes from din, from like the rule, the law of the kingdom.
ומלכות דסתרי אחרי הוא מאסף ממוין, כי מחמס שהוא יורא שלא יוציאו בלא מפיו.
Wow. So you have basically the Malchus Kedusha, it says Soif Davar, the final thing, Hakol Nishma, everything is heard. So what does it mean? The final thing, like we said, because that's the Masif. He's the one that gathers from the all the things.
I know. Right? So basically, the Malchus is gathering all the money because he's so worried. So he could spend it because he's so worried that he's not gonna take stuff out of his piv. Below mi piv. I know. And he's so worried. As we spoke last week, the nitzotzes in the sitachre is soides haTorah. Why? Because Eivish didn't want to put there simple stuff, because then he's going to actually get more strength from those simple. So it makes it secret.
Right. So that's why the secret to the Torah is essentially inside of the spark of the other side.
And he's very worried that people are going to, because he cannot use it to himself because he doesn't understand it, but he's very worried about it. So he's collecting money to...
Right, meaning collecting all the sparks, the holy sparks, and trying to develop this hoard them so that they don't get the.
This is why he gets stronger and collecting money. That this is the sparks of Kedusha. It's not even the Kedusha itself, right? It's just like, when you're wielding a Kedusha, fly, when sparks fly. So it's the sparks of the Kedusha. כי הם בחינת הגוונין אלוהין שיש בזהב וכסף ונחושת. For example, it just came to my mind, like when somebody is a big jeweler.
Yeah.
Right? And he have people working for him to do the jewelry.
Yeah.
Now, when you do a gold ring, so you take, let's say, a certain amount of weight of gold, and you starting shaping it, making it into a long stick and connecting it, and then you start shaving some stuff of it. All the shavings coming down,
it's gold.
It's gold. But without having collecting those extra shavings, and you might not be even making big profits. You're just gonna make a big profit on the labor, but all the extra pieces are falling off that you're recollecting and melting. This is where your cream is. Yeah. Right, in a way, maybe not these days, but in general, and if your worker collects them, you're like, just the shavings.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the nitzotzes of the Kedusha. All the green, even though it's just the sparks,
but it's gold at the end of the day, right?
Anyway. כי מחמת שהוא יראה שלא יוצאים אולי, נצא הקדושה שיש אצלו, על כן הוא מתגבר ומאסף ממון שהם נצוצי הקדושה, כי הם בחינת הגוונין עילאין שיש בזהב וכסף ונחושת. שהם הממון. וזה בחינת תאוות השירות.
Money is made out of, back then, money was made out of gold, silver, and copper. Yeah. So this is what he talks about, that he's collecting the money. He's collecting the gold, silver, and copper, all the shavings that fell. Yeah.
בחינת הגוונין, different kind of colors. וזה בחינת תאוות השירות, and this is the concept of the
this is like the
desire to be rich.
Richness, yeah.
All right, but I have a desire of richness, to be rich, but from the Malchus, the Kedusha.
No, but not just that. It's the same thing. Malchus. That's the kingship. Right. In other words, look nowadays, right? And I don't care about. And this is the funny thing. These people say, monarchy versus democracy versus. Wait a second. You know what controls things in America now? The same thing that controlled the kingdom. Money. The king, why did he control? He had the money. Here, it's the corporations have money. It's the same thing. Nothing didn't change. It's the people who have the money.
Corporations don't rule. Corporations don't rule. They could be advisors.
Yeah, they do. They control the people in office. Not people in office who rule. Look at the reality. They're controlled by.
But at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, when they don't like the corporation anymore, they shut them down. They have the power to shut them down.
Well, you know what they're doing. To a degree, the problem is you have to do that without freaking out the other corporations. It's not so simple. At the end of the day, they have to satisfy the money. So what's that? That's one way that this whole idea comes. Listen, we're talking about something much higher than this. We're not talking about like physical money here necessarily, but the way it comes down into the physical world is you see how money, how the gold, silver, and copper controls everything.
Right.
That's the kingship is based on that. If the king runs out of all the funds, so what does he have? How's he running a country?
Friends.
So they yeah. Friends, huh?
It's either funds, either friends.
It's fun. It's fun. Yeah.
Funds or friends.
Yeah.
שהוא בחינת מלכות הקדושה, ועל כן עמלק שהוא מלכות, אוקיי. וזה בחינת תאוות השירות, שהיא בחינת מלכות, that this is what the concept of the desire to be rich, that this is on the level of being a ruler, ועל כן עמלק שהוא מלכות הרשע, רודף את מחנה דן שהוא בחינת מלכות הקדושה, and this is why the Amalek, that is the kingdom of the evil, is basically prosecuting the Shevet Dan.
You know, this
the camp of Dan.
This, you know how a dog chases its own tail, because the Amalek is the rachis, it's the head, and Dan is the tail. It's the dog chasing its tail.
שהוא בחינת, oh yeah, this is why it's called the mice chase, right?
The rat race. That's
rat race. שהוא בחינת מלכות הקדושה, that is on the level and concept of the מלכות הקדושה, כמו שכתוב, ויזנב בך, כל הנחת ויזנב בך.
Right.
So he's Amalek is trying.
He's trying to.
ולא ויזנב בך ולא ירא אלוקים, and he doesn't have the fear of Abishter.
Right. Which what we just said before is the fear of God is the Elokim Yirah, is the whole yeah.
דהיינו, בעת שאין להם כוח מלכות הקדושה, שהיא בחינת ירא אלוקים כנ"ל, כי מלכות המן עמלק הוא היפוך מלכות הקדושה, כי מלכות הקדושה הוא בחינת מאסף לכל המחנות, לקדושה. Okay, I just have to say something. Until here, I had a fraction of understanding. Here, I feel like I read and I really I don't get it.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Over here, no, I don't get this either, but I can understand to a certain level of the connection.
No.
Over here, it's almost like I'm like.
The difference here, it's the same like a star. It's the same like a star. Here, you thought you got it. You got it.
No,
here, you know you don't got it. That's the only difference.
I know. No. I know I don't get it.
Here, we thought we got it.
I know I don't get it to the highest extent level, but I know that. I have a little moichin, I do have here. A little. But over here, it's zero.
Take it apart. Here, you go over here. Okay, so the Hainub, right?
No, don't think from the beginning.
Very simple.
Oh.
No, you have the Malchus of Kedusha.
Yes.
Right? Okay. This is the kingship of the holiness. Interestingly, that's the back, right? Okay, what is it concerned with? Let's talk in layman's terms. What's it concerned with? It's concerned with God.
I understand the translation. I understand the translation.
Now you have Amalek. What does Amalek basically want? Really, what Amalek wants? Here's the problem Amalek has. Amalek gets its chiyus, right? Also from in other words, this is the whole problem that this was what was the whole problem at as we know Sinai, right? Sinai is called Sinai, comes from Sinai. Why? Because anti-Semitism essentially started at Har Sinai. I mean, why did it start at Sinai? Because we got the Torah. Here's the problem: everybody gets their life force from the Torah only,
right?
Including Amalek. So now Amalek needs to collect, right? The natural way of things is it's called like pores, right? Mm-hmm. That what this sweat that comes off the pores, they leach off of that. But they want more. They want more power. They want more piece of the kingship, right? And the problem is the Jews when they have the Torah blocked.
So where the money comes in?
The money? Yeah. Which money are we talking about? Are you talking about physical money or the money he's talking about?
He's talking about physical money.
He's not talking about physical money.
He does.
No. He translates it as gold, silver, and copper.
Because
here's the problem with Amalek. Amalek lives in the physical world. Right?
We all live in a physical world.
So there's a gold, silver, and copper, which means the life force that they need. There's different levels of life force. Copper is a lower level, silver is a higher level, Zav is a higher level. Right? Now they need this. Where can they get it from? They have to get it from the Ma'asif, from the gatherer, the person who gathers all these sparks because they need them. Now in this physical world, just like we do a mitzvah with physical, right? We do a mitzvah with physical tefillin. So they act down here with physical money.
Keep going from where we all.
But there's a more spiritual thing of their money, just like there's a more spiritual thing about tefillin.
The same way, I don't understand what he's talking about right now. You don't understand what I don't understand what he's talking about right now. So let's just stop reading and translating that.
by the way, the same way you don't understand what I'm talking about, I don't understand what I'm talking about. So anyway, that's the basic premise.
I got it. I get the Google
Okay.
Translate. I get.
Fine.
Okay.
So what were you trying to understand it deeper?
I get to get the connection and the little Likutei, the nitzotzes. I'm trying to understand
First, let's build a basket, then we'll worry about collecting the tzitzis.
Fine. This is not good enough.
It's a good start.
Okay. We're rolling here. I'm gonna keep reading and translating.
Yeah, that's it.
Hopefully soon I'm gonna be able to keep up.
We'll tie it together.
דהיינו, בעת שאין להם כוח מלכות הקדושה, שהיא בחינת ירא אלוקים, כי מלכות המן עמלק הוא היפוך מלכות הקדושה, כי מלכות הקדושה הוא בחינת מאסף לכל המחנות הקדושה. ומלכות המן עמלק, שהוא מלכות הרשע, הוא בחינת מאסף ממון כנ"ל, כי מתגבר בתאוות ממון כדי לתפוס כל הניצוצות הקדושה. So basically, the concept of the Aman is the opposite of the Malchus Kedusha, because the Malchus Kedusha is trying to connect all the people, and the Malchus Amalek is trying to collect all the money. Right. So we okay, now it's getting a little bit better.
Yeah, see?
We
try to collect... What's the money is the sparks. It's the sparks that fall off the Kedusha.
No, the sparks are in the money.
Yeah,
but he's trying to connect the money.
Right.
I know, and
it's the physical transmutation of that money. Yeah. I mean, of the sparks. Those sparks, they come down
don't make it complicated again.
In the form of gold, silver, and
don't make it complicated again. 1 second.
It was getting too simple. I was afraid we'd start understanding something.
So, ובחינת מאסף ממון, כנ"ל. And so basically, the Amalek is collecting money.
Right.
These spheres live for the suffering, okay? I don't count. כי מתגבר בתאוות ממון כדי לתפוס כל הניצוצות הקדושה כנ"ל. Because he's strengthening in the tave. How do you say tave? This is not an inclination.
It's like it's like a primal desire. It's like a burning desire for something. Like
I have a very good.
It's a lust. A lust.
Oh, but I have a better explanation to it. Phew. That's it. The lust for money. He's strengthening with his lust. He's like getting his luster to money. ובחינת מאסף ממון, it's in the level to collect all the ניצוצות of קדושה. על כנ"ל. אף על פי כן אינו מועיל לו כלל, and even so, it doesn't help him at all. כי יש כוח במלכות הקדושה שהוא בחינת מרדכי, להוציא מאיתו כל הממון וכל הניצוצות הקדושים שבלה. And there is a strength in the Malchus Kedusha that is the level of Mordechai. The free, it's a Mordechai, right? Mardror is a free ruler.
Yeah.
להוציא מאיתו כל הממון וכל הניצוצות הקדושים שבלה. To take out of the Satan, the Sitach, the Amalek, all the nitzotzes, all those sparks, and the money that he will see. הממון ומתוך כל הממון, the physical money. I think it will connect. You will see it soon that he's actually talking about physical money and not only.
Well, no, for sure it's talking physical. But remember, physical money. Everything has to be physical. But like tefillin, we were a physical tefillin. Right. Money is a physical thing. So think about it. What did Hitler do besides trying to kill all the Jews?
No,
they would gather their property, their gold, their silver, all their stuff.
Right.
Okay. Then the survivors came here. They came to America. What do? They started building money.
Right.
Wait a second. What do we mean money? We're Jews. No, because we take the money and he started making.
No. You take stuff out of it.
And they start making agnos
chatzavim.
They built a shul.
No, we
They're taking the same money and pulling out.
As we said,
we also got.
As we said, we can still have the luster for money, but we want the luster for money for the Malchus Kedusha, not the Malchus Resha. Right. Money is not a bad thing.
No.
It's guys. Being a rich guy is good.
Money. It's interesting. Turns out, money is actually the physical vessel for sparks of holiness.
Absolutely.
Now the question is, does Amalek take it, and what they do with it?
All right.
Do you want it for power?
כי לאדם שטוב, לפניו נתן חוכמה ודעת. זה מרדכי. The Gemara says in Masechet Megillah, right before Pasach Lo
Yeah.
Right? Right before they're starting to teach what's the actual Megillah Esther means. that for the person that are good in front of the Eibishter, he gave the smartness and the knowledge. And this is Mordechai. היינו שמרדכי שהוא בחינת מלכות הקדושה כנ"ל, נתן לו חוכמה ודעת כנ"ל. That Mordechai is in the concept of Malchus the Kedusha, as we spoke about before, he gave him the knowledge and the smartness. וזה טוב לפניו, and this is what it means, good in front of them.
That's like this, the streets.
טוב, right? התורה נקראת טוב. כי אין טוב אלא התורה.
Right.
There is no good, only Torah. And so if טוב לפניו, if the Torah is in front of him, then he gave them חוכמה ודעת. ולחוטא נתן עניין לאסוף ולכנוס. And to the guy who was sinning, as he said in Ovis, he gave him a thing to collect and to bring in. זה אמן. היינו שאמן, שהוא בחינת מלכוס יציר תרח כנ"ל, הוא מאסף ממון. He's collecting and bringing in more money. וזה לתת לטוב לפני האלוקים. בחינת התורה, שמרדכי, שהוא בחינת מלכות הקדושה, מוציא ממנו כל הממון וכל הניצוצות, ונעשה מזה תורה כנ"ל.
So he takes
So he
all the money,
collects all the money back from the
right, he gets it back, right?
And
It
this
says,
is why
it says base Haman, that's on the Mordechai.
and this is why the people, wow, that's very interesting. You remember about the Shilomim, the Shilumim from the Holocaust? The people got
The reparations,
reparations. The people who took the most, was the easiest for them to take the money from the Holocaust, from the reparations, were religious people. The people who were fighting it usually were
meaning
not,
because they had a guilt feeling about it. That, we don't want your, and the religious people said, wait a second, I'm going to take the money, I'm going to go build it. And in Eretz Yisrael, all the yeshivas, a lot of the old from over the
people usually we're not going to take the money. We're not religious. Didn't have God in their heart. Very interesting.
Because if you're supposed to collect the money
People
back,
to take it back from them, to take it back to the,
bring it back to holiness.
very interesting. I'm not generalizing anything. There is obviously on both sides, but in general. I'm not generalizing, but in general.
I'm not generalizing.
Confusing.
Right. I'm not judging, but you're a real bad person.
It's not my judgment.
I'm not judging.
It's not my judgment.
Just saying what it is, right? It's my fault it's this way. Like, get it off of me.
I'm not judging, but you're a very good person. It's not my judgment. וזה לתת לטוב לפני האלוקים, מבחינת התורה שמרדכי, שהוא מבחינת מלכות הקדושה, מוציא ממנו כל הממון וכל הניצוצות. As we just said again, I'm reading it again. ונעשה מזה תורה, and it becoming Torah. Actually, all those bad things, the nitzot to go through the bad, once you draw it back, it becomes Torah. כי מרדכי מוציא ממנו כל העשירות, because מרדכי bankrupting him. בבחינת חיל בלה ויקיינו. He swallowed his success, and then he threw it up. ועושה מזה תורה שנקראת אשת חיל. Wow.
And this goes back to what he said before. How do you know to do all this? Through Torah. I mean, think about it. If we didn't have a Torah, or we obviously have a Torah, but let's say we didn't learn the Torah, we wouldn't understand like that the stuff isn't important, and that cars and all these things, and what's it called? They're not there's tools. They're not the main thing.
Right.
When you learn the Torah, you understand.
So,
like
and now it's very. I want every single one of me to listen. Every single inch of me to listen, because this is where it becomes important.
This is a heavy duty. Okay.
ולפי הגדלת הדעת,
Mm-hmm.
and now we said הגדלת הדעת is through Torah, right?
Yeah.
כן, הפרנסה בנקל.
Okay, this is worth the according. Now I'm interested. Wait a second, I better stop paying attention here. According to the greatness of essentially the street smarts that come from Torah,
Yes.
according to how much it is making money, it will become easy.
They say פרנסה, but we translate פרנסה to money, and it's fine.
It's
כי
fine.
פרנסה בנקל. כי
Um,
פרנסה בנקל תולה בדעת, because having easy פרנסה, it's that only בזה, you know? To have easy פרנסה, it depends on das, and having easy das, it's good. No, it's both. It's just repeating.
That comes from your enough from Torah, from how much.
כמו שכתוב, שתו העם ולקטו.
Yeah.
The people got crazy and they collected. בשטותה.
No, that's wrong.
שתו העם ולקטו בשטותה. The העם got crazy and they collected in shtus. כי כל מי שחסר דעת ביותר, הוא יגע וטורח אחר הפרנסה ביותר.
Wow.
So the more you're missing das, you working harder.
The more somebody's full of shtusim, right? What's shtusim?
Go.
In other words, I need now I have a Porsche, but that guy has a Ferrari. Now I have a Ferrari. This guy has a Maybach.
So I will go out here in the risk of some people not want to talk to me again ever, and it's fine.
That could be a good thing, depending on who it is.
Becoming a doctor.
Yeah.
People go spend 7 years to become a doctor. I'm not talking about the good doctors. I'm talking about the bad doctors. Okay, I'm trying to repair it already. They go spend 7 years to become a doctor, and then they spend another 5 years working 40 hours a week. 40 hours a day. In 24 hours, they work 40 hours. Seriously, they work and to become doctors, and they are doctors, and they have no time for themselves. They work and work and work. But they're knowledgeable, right? They win, they spend, they know, they do.
Yeah.
Come on. And you have another guy who is sits and learns, and he was learning in a Kollel, and he got some money aside, and he bought some real estate, and he's worried about learning. I'm not saying that everybody should sit and learn all day, but I'm taking two complete opposites.
And we need doctors at the end of the day too.
I don't know.
No, but listen, even with doctors. I remember I forget who told me this. He said, listen, it was a doctor actually. So that's who it was. He told me if you're looking to make money,
you need people to be sick.
He said, no, he said if you're looking to make money, I would suggest you never try to become a doctor. He said if you want to help people, sick people. Okay, then he said then it was worth it. He said, but I can tell you, if I did this for the money, he makes a living. But he said the amount of investment, the amount of time he put to learn this, he said he could have
been rich by this.
He could have made much more money doing something else.
Yeah, absolutely. So, why are we saying all of that?
Because is right. The more that somebody's mixing,
he's working much harder. וגם לפי הגדלת הדעת, כן יתרבה השלום. So it's two things. More das, you gotta have more peace and more parnasa. כי שלום תלוי בדעת. Because peace is dependent on wisdom.
Yeah, 100%.
כמו שכתוב, וגר זאב עם כבש. כי מלא הארץ דעה.
The wolf is talking about the times of Mashiach, right? That the wolf will live with the lamb. Why? Because the world will be full with knowledge. Wisdom.
שיהיה שלום נפלא בעולם, שיוכלו לגור ביחד שני הפכים.
It means really of practical knowledge.
I don't think they actually mean like a wolf and a lamb. I think two complete opposites, like.
Well, that's a mashal for it's an allegory for.
Like I will.
Like I'll give you an example.
I don't know how to say it without getting in trouble, and this is I don't.
No, I'll tell. I'll give you very simple. For example, right now you need medicine. You need medicine.
Right? No. I'll make it simpler.
Yeah.
A wife and a husband who fight all day because they are complete opposite. When Mashiach will come, we'll be able to still live together in peace. And this is what they mean with God's having.
No, by the way, not even now. Das does that, right? Think about it. Because think about it. A man and a woman live together, and they have very different personalities. But if they both have a vision of a bigger picture, right, of a bigger goal that they're trying to accomplish. Right?
No, this is not there. This is not there. This is
sure it is.
So no. This is
that's a kind of das. It's practical. No. It's practical wisdom.
If you are staying together because of a bigger picture or a bigger goal or a goal, once this goal moves out of the house, everything falls apart.
But how can the goal move out of the house? The goal is becoming closer to the Eibishter. The goal never finishes. So you never accomplish the goal all the way.
So if this is the goal you're talking about,
of course that's the goal I'm talking about.
So I think that the das that you.
In fact, that's why all other goals failed. That's what you said. Okay, now we have this. Now what do we? Now what? Okay, we're done. Right? We have this goal. We wanted to create this, whatever, this perfect life, whatever that means. Okay, now they have it. You're bored again. That's the difference. That's the difference between a Yiddish marriage is based on God and a marriage that's based on physical accomplishments. Because the physical accomplishments, okay, either you failed, so we're done, or we succeeded, so we're done.
So it's complicated what you're saying. I hear you.
Listen, this is why it's
One second.
This is why this statement it's umala or it's what is it?
Malo, it's there.
Okay, but he's shortening it here. The whole pasuk is umala or it's deya savaya. It's not just going to be full of das. It's going to be umala or it's deya savaya. That's there.
malo, it's there.
Right.
שיושלם נפלא באילום, שיוכלו לגור ביחד שני הפכים, בחמת גודל הדעת שיהיה אז. כי על ידי הדעת נגדל השלום. First of all, everything he's talking about is the Eibishter. Everything that יתקרב, okay? Everything.
Yeah, of course.
So he's not, yeah. כי נתבטל הכעס והאכזריות על ידי הדעת, כי כעס והאכזריות הוא מהיעדר הדעת. It's from lack of knowledge. כמו שכתוב, כעס בחק כסילים ינוח. Like the anger is in stupid, stealing is stupid people, right?
Yeah, fools.
וכל מה שמתרבה הדעת, מתרבה הרחמנות והשלום, ועל כן הפרנסה בנקל, בבחינת השם גבולך, שלום, חלב חידים מסביר. So basically, that the more knowledge, the more wisdom, you get more peace, and through Rahmanas and peace, you're getting easier parnasa.
Yeah, now, this is very practical.
I hear you. What are you talking about?
Very practical thing, what he's saying.
I hear you. What are you talking about? The goal of the Eibishter. But you need to bear in mind that Zachu Shoy Shchina Lo Yizachu Lo Yishchina Shchina. It's meaning that if they have Shlom Bayis, it's not because they're trying to accomplish being close to the Eibishter, they get Shlom Bayis. It's because if you accomplish, you have Shlom Bayis, you are getting a Zchiyah of having
also.
But
100%.
I think that the das
there's an up to down and a down to up.
I think the das that accomplishes for people to stay stronger and stay together is not the greatest goal together. I think is, first of all, so it's I don't want to put the sticks in my mouth. I don't want to get in trouble.
Why not?
Because it's a very
we have to give the people what we promised. I'm not worried about it. So you can whisper to me and I'll say it. I'm not worried about getting in trouble. I'm not worried about the woke generation.
I think the number one is understanding that being submissive, it's not only having a submissive wife, it's having a submissive relationship, submit to each other. It's not that, only my wife needs to be submitted to me. I also need to be submissive to her. And submissive, it doesn't mean that you are now
you're not getting ran over. It's I'm being me without losing me, but I'm also allowing you to be you, and I'm not. Yeah, it's
I think that submissive is to be like, I am here for you.
Yeah,
and
it's like if I would ever let you, it's like if I would ever let you talk, right? Like,
it's basically, I think this is a very, very important thing.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with submitting to the Eibishter. It's shuva alive, shuva aleichem, right? We said it before. We learned that before, right?
Yeah.
I make tshuva, so the Eibishter can make tshuva too, and the Eibishter makes tshuva, so I can make tshuva. So because tshuva, what is tshuva? It's shuva elai ve'ashuva elechem. You come close to me, and I'll come close to you.
I'll show you the shallow today,
right? Yeah. So the main thing is that, and number two is
and that starts out like you're saying with a bittul. You have to have with what's bittul means. It means I'm turning. It doesn't mean I'm destroying myself, but it means I'm toning myself down to allow for you to exist in your full you, and vice versa. We do for each other.
So I mean, the main thing of das is to understand that it's a two-person here, and not just once you are taking your pride and take it out of the equation. This is the das that I believe is coming here. And the same thing, the anger, once you take your pride out, 95% of the anger is gone.
But also why does that come from
I have a 3 years old. The amount of time that he's doing silly stuff, he's just being a kid, and I get angry.
Right.
It's enormous. But once I take my pride out of it, and I understand it is just a child, and pride have nothing to do with it, and he's not trying to destroy my pride, you turn around to him and be like, hey, I can't allow you to do stuff like that. It bothers me. It's not a fight anymore. And immediately you'll be like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean that, or something like that. But if I turn around and be like, stop it, that becomes an hour fight, and then I need to prove that I am stronger, and he needs to prove that he's stronger, and then he cries, and then it becomes all
this works on all levels.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah.
you know the guy in yeshiva. There's the guy in yeshiva with knas, right? As opposed to take the bacher, sit down, listen, bacher.
Okay.
You're such a beautiful bacher. You're such a beautiful midas. Why would you do something like this? This is not you. And then the bacher thinks about it and says, you know what? But okay, but not, there's a conversation now happening.
So this is one way. This is one way of doing it. I'm talking about more of like a sit down of a authoritarian sit down.
Oh,
like
a 3-year-old, yeah.
Even with a 15 years old.
With a 3-year-old, they can't think too much. With a 15-year-old, a little bit more.
Even in the 15 years old, you could sit down and have a authoritarian conversation of like, I'm sorry, I understand that you have some emotions going around.
But right now,
I cannot allow you to do it.
It can't be smacking the wall.
So my thought is to give you a knas. Do you have a better idea? How could I make sure
okay,
that?
But that's a conversation.
Yes, it's a conversation.
Even though, look, we're not going to go down this path. But the conversation?
But
because a 3-year-old, you can allow think a little bit. A 15-year-old a little bit more, and a husband a little bit more.
The main point that I'm trying to make is not about a conversation. It's about you use the same words, the same actions,
but your
results. So if you take away the anger,
the pride of it,
the anger and the pride of it
comes from pride.
Yes. Yeah. If you take away the pride, and I'm not saying that I took it all the way out. No, not really. Yes, but the main.
I never get it. You're right. I never get it.
Tell them.
Tell them. No, what did you tell me?
But the main point is that take away all the anger out of the equation, and your relationship with everyone around you will get better. I actually have a good friend of mine live in Israel. No names, Mr. Chatzkel, I'm kidding. No names.
1 second. Let me give his telephone number.
It's been 4 years ago that they talked to me about some issues at home. That every time they come home, they get screamed at why they didn't organize and why they didn't do the dishes and one of this and none of that and none of that. And every time they come home and they after school or whatever it was after work, they get in a big fight. And I told them. One advice that I told him, if you do that consistently, first of all, you will get him even more angry. So sometimes to get you feel better, to motivate you, they will get more angry. And number 2, they will have no partner to the fight. In 4 or 5 weeks, everything going to be gone, promise. So the main thing I told them, whenever they tell you they want something from you to do, you're like, sure, I will do it right now. I didn't know that you expected me to do it. I'll do it right in a very calm voice. And they called me after about 2 or 3 weeks, and they told me, at the beginning they used to scream even more, and they saw that I'm not fighting.
And
not only they stopped screaming at me, they stopped asking me to do this stuff.
Oh, wait a second. Wait, let me write this down then.
So not only they got their life much more calm and quiet and having a better relationship with the people around them because everything is much calmer, they even stopped bothering them because they was trying to get attention from this person, and it didn't bother them if the attention is through fights or through whatever it is. But once the fights are gone, they don't need this attention anymore. Everything becomes better. So that's the main thing. It's all about how you could say, sure, I'll do it. Why do you ask me? Don't ask me. Or you could be like, sure, I'll do it. I'll take care of it.
So this is why das helps. Yeah. Because part of it is
understanding.
No. What do you mean deis havaya? It means that I'll give you a good. There was J.J. Hecht, right? He ran a lot of the especially the education. And he started, what's it called? There's something time program where they take the kids from public school and
he's a good friend of YY.
Teaching. Oh,
No, nothing.
Sorry, JJ Hecht.
Yeah.
So JJ Hecht, he there was once some kind of machlokes going on, some kind of politics going on in Crown Heights.
Mm-hmm.
So they asked him to. So he got up to speak about it, and basically he said, you think I'm going to take a side in the politics and what's it called? But I'm telling you, what room there's for politics here? He says in front of the Rebbe, I'm a nothing and you're a nothing. How does two nothings fight with each other? If I'm a nothing and you're a nothing, then how does two nothings fight? So so Allah has come by the Eibishter, right? In other words, if there's a sense of something so much greater than me, so much greater than you, it helps a lot with bittul, with nullification. What do you mean? Why? Because fights is because there's my agenda, there's your agenda. Sometimes the agenda is sometimes it's just an actual thing involved. Sometimes it's even sillier than that. Sometimes it's just because now that we started fighting, I have to win. I can't back down because it's all pride. It's just empty pride. Nothing even. You see people, they fight, and now they have nothing to gain, everything to lose, and they'll still be fighting. You say, why are you?
Yeah.
Because when we think about the Eibishter more, we think about ourselves less. And at 2-0, how can you fight?
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us today.
A good month of Elul. Just a reminder that with the month of Elul, this is the month to start. This is the last day of Av, though. It's not really the first day of Elul yet. But it's already Rosh Chodesh Elul. It's already the head of the month of Elul. Means
Can we do it like a good misnagda?
What?
3, 2, 1.
Elul. Oh, Elul. Anyway, so remember, now is the time to start preparing. When Rosh Hashanah comes in, it's already go time. This is the time to start preparing for Rosh Hashanah, to start thinking about learning more Torah and other such improvements and increasing in good deeds and tzedakah, etc., etc. Have a great day, a great month, and of course a great year.
And don't forget, if you want to get better parnasa, learn more Torah.
Learn more Torah. You get better parnasa. That's simple. That when it says Torah is the best schleira, Torah is the best merchandise.
Now, I don't mean sit and read a book like you how to be a millionaire. No, the Torah is not a book about how to be a millionaire.
No, because that's not easy.
You need to do Aseka Torah. You need to be involved with the business of the Torah.
Business of Torah. Yeah.
Get into the merit of it, but not for the money. The money.
What's our business? Our business is we have to accomplish this. We gotta figure out how to do this. That's Torah. I don't have time. We gotta make the time. It's a business. We gotta find the time.
You don't have the time. You don't have the time. Jump into the Zoom call with us.
What's the most important thing about the business is you have to schedule the time. That's a good business. You have to schedule the time.
Yep.
So schedule time. Learn Torah today and every day.
And if you don't have time to go to a shiur, there is plenty of stuff online on Mendel's thing, and so much
other channels and
so much.
So there's lots of good stuff out there. Go, in the car. You drive, some people they commute.
Yeah.
Not on the car instead of putting on the radio.
This is why we started to put it out.
Radios, does radios still exist? I don't even know cars. I don't think cars have radios.
Yeah, they have two radios.
Oh, anyway, instead of putting on the radio, put on the Torah radio.
We just started to upload our stuff on
Spotify. Yeah, you can find us now on Spotify. It's the complete Simpleton podcast, and you can find us on Spotify. So while you're driving, you don't have time to listen. Go on the Spotify. Take care. Have a great week.